Hi class, this is Jerry Jankowski. I want to check my sound settings here. That looks good. I want to go over quickly this how to make a book cover within InDesign with this picture of Dorian Gray. This needs to probably be replaced. Not so much the action that you do, but the instructions are really confusing because of the issue with the fonts. They are no longer called Typekit, and it kind of makes it's done differently. Fonts have always been rather complicated and confusing to choose them, select them, download them, and all that. It used to be really bad 20 years ago. Now it's easier, but there's still some complication and confusion. So let's just do a quick video here. What you want to do is, let's see, let me close this so it shows like I'm just opening it. Okay, so here we have this assignment module 01 project. Okay, so what you want to do is click here, this download practice files. So you want to do that first, and what you'll get is, where is it? I have it here somewhere. Where did I put it? Oh, darn. Well, let's just download it again. Okay, so you just click here, and I'm going to download it. Just double click, book cover, and let's see if it downloaded for me or not. Let's see, let's go here. Oh, here it is. Okay, let me pull this up so you see it's a little bit out of the recording. It's down here. So, I'm just going to click this arrow and go open, and there we are. It opened, and what you have is book cover and book cover. Okay, so there you go. Notice when I open up this book cover, this is a zip, and I hope you know what a zip is. It's basically a folder that's been condensed, and it's just easier to download stuff or upload stuff, because really you just have to now upload this one zip file. If I open this up, there's actually there's actually links, so it's actually 1, 2, 3 things in it, so this just makes it easier. So let me close this, and I'm just going to drag this onto my desktop. Now if you have a PC, you probably do things a little bit differently, not a lot differently, but handling files and folders is one thing you will do differently. You might not be able to do that. You might have to download it somewhere else into another folder on your PC, okay, and then open it. But after that, it's really pretty much the same. So okay, so we have this downloaded. I'm going to, let's go back to the module, okay, and let's see, what does the module say? Let's kind of like ignore what the module says. Let's just do it right. Downloads, I'm going to get rid of this because I have it right here. Now what I have is book cover IDML and book cover.indd. Now what's the difference? They are both InDesign. IDML is written so that it will open up even in older versions of InDesign or a little more advanced versions of InDesign. On my computer right now, I have a Mac, and it's about 6 years old, so it's starting to get really touchy about what it will open and what open. And it's because of Adobe. It's not because of the computer, it's because of Adobe. The way Adobe sets things up. So IDML pretty much will open up anywhere. This INDD probably will open up on my computer. Let's have a look. And in links, we have background. So that's going to be literally a link. It's going to connect to that image in InDesign. So let's double click this. Okay, and there we go. A picture of Dorian Gray. Okay, so here's a confusion here with what is written there. If I highlight this, I'm using the text tool here on the left. And by the way, I'm in Essentials Classic. I generally will be in that because I like to have the tools on the left The floating palettes on the right and on the top here is the control strip or control panel. Now watch if I go to Essentials. It disappears. See, it changes a lot. It's not worse. It's just that it's kind of taking everything and throwing it in here. I really prefer Essentials Classic. Try to work in both and see what you're comfortable with. But look at all this stuff that we get up here. Now I'm in the the text tool. I have a default of Minion Pro on my computer, so for some reason that's what it's saying. What this really is, I'm not sure, but it says it's Minion Pro. I'd be interested if any of you, if it's the same thing. So what the instructions say is download this font called, what did they pick? And this isn't me. This is from an Adobe video, a how-to video. Bookmania. Okay, so let's do that. Can you see up here? I hope you can. It's this little, like it's an 8 on the side or an infinity symbol. That is the Creative Cloud, that little thing. Now watch when I click it, okay? Now, see what opens? See, this is so different than what this explanation tells you. Right here, right on the left, you have apps, files, discover stock in marketplace. I have no idea what this is. This might be stock photos, not the kind of stock we're thinking of. But as far as this is just clicked, I didn't even do that. So let's go over here. This is fonts. Click it. Doesn't really do anything, but just to know that I used this already, so it's making this all active here, active fonts. And underneath it says browse more fonts. This is important. This is the important thing. Click on it. And here we go. This all opens up. Okay? Lot of stuff, right? It's going to take you a while. Get used to this. Don't get overwhelmed. It's actually very cool. Because on the left, it's got all these kind of general categories like clean, cursive, rounded, fun, brush pen, funky. So these give you kind of moods of typography. Now here, sample text. Now I was actually doing a project where I needed Japanese soup in different fonts. So I'm like looking at them here. So you put down Japanese soup and it gives you all these, what it looks like, which I think is really cool. Let's do Dorian Gray in here. Dorian, like what we're working on. Whoop, sorry. Dorian Gray. So look at that, Dorian Gray. All that, that's what it looks like. Okay, so let's get back to this. Search all fonts, foundries, designers. Okay? Okay, click on there. The little magnifying glass, click there. Not here. For looking for stuff, click here on the upper right. So let's look for, what is this called? Book? No, come on. Okay. Book. Sorry, I keep hitting the wrong keys. Book Mania. There it is. Top family results. Now, family means there's a bunch of fonts, different sizes in that family. Okay, there's going to be bold and italics and light, and that's what you want. That's what you want. Don't use fonts that have like regular and bold and italic. That's not a good family. You need a family with lots and lots of members, okay? So, like, I'm going to check, not Bookman, but Bookmania. Click it. And there it is, Bookmania. And it tells you who designed it, blah, blah, blah. Go here. Activate 10 fonts. Look at all these fonts. That's your Bookmania bold, okay? So let's activate it. Just click it. Ta-da! That's it. Font activation successful. Guys, this is the easiest it has ever been for us. You would not believe what it was like 10 years ago. Okay, Creative Cloud. 10 fonts were activated. It's confirming that. Okay. So let's not close this. I'm going to drag it down here and drag this down here. Now, type tool. Well, let's first go to selection tool. We got to select the box. Remember, InDesign is all about boxes. Boxes for photos, boxes for type. Okay? So here is select the box, select a T, the type tool, and select. Click and drag over all of this. Now you can tell the is small and picture of Dorian Gray is larger. Let's not worry about that right now. Instead of Minion Pro, let's click on this and type in, what was that again? Book Mania. Okay, so let's do Book Mania. I'm not quite sure what it asks for. Let's just stab at one, bold. Okay, yeah, that might be too dark. Looks kind of dark. Let's go up here. Now under Bookmania, see this little arrow? That's going to give you the family. Okay? Excuse my dog barking there. Let's go with semi-bold. There we go. Semi-bold looks good. Okay? Now look up here. Bookmania, semi-bold, look across. 36 point is the point size. Now it can't be all of it because this is smaller. This is 24 and this is 36. Okay, great. Underneath 32.4, that's the leading. That's the space between the baseline, this line and that line. And I'll give you a video later on that you can follow in terms of the dissecting type, because you should know about leading and tracking, which is also called letter spacing. Two of the most important things with type. Okay, so let's, for now, there we go. Now, according to the instructions, it mentioned that if you click and put your cursor over, press down with your mouse. I have a regular mouse with a wire. Okay, so that's what I'm using. See that blue thing? That means it's got, this is what pops up. These are what is called, I hate all this jargon, but it's called, I believe, a subcontext. Basically a little pop-up that lets you select some other fonts to be a little fancier. Okay, let's do this one. Click, there we go. It's created that little extra glyph. Okay, now Dorian. See, it's also got the blue. We could do something that goes to the side and below. Let's do that. Okay, how about gray? Let's do gray too. It's got blue. Let's do the same thing. There we go. And what else does it ask? I think that's about it. Choose to see entire font. You don't have to do any of this. Now, it mentions about kerning as needed. I would just kind of pass on that for now. Kerning is the distance in between individual letters, and you would kern just two at a time. That's kerning. If you wanted to do a whole line of text, that would be tracking or letter spacing. So I think we can talk about that later on. So I would just get this down, and quite frankly, if you want to play around with anything else, go ahead. Is this active? Let me select it. Doesn't look like you can change this. But if you wanted to play around, you could click here and make another line of text here. Can you? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not going to let me. Okay. Okay, let's forget about that. So just save this in and send it in as a PDF. I think that's all you have to do. So let's do it. Let's go. I'm going to go up to the top menu on my Mac and go File, Save As, and here it is. I'm going to put Jerry book cover, and That should be it. I'm going to do save. And make sure you know where it saves. I'm hoping it's saved. Let me try to do this again and have the book cover save into this folder. Because sometimes it's I'm not quite sure where it's saved to. Let's do that over again. Okay, so I'm over on my left. You can't see me. File. I think I did something wrong. I've been working with Adobe Illustrator today. With Adobe InDesign, you go down to from File, you go down to Adobe Pdf Presets, and I would prefer you go to smallest file size. And I can't drag this over here and show it to you, but I would prefer you see smallest, select smallest file size. There, this is what you get. And then it's going to go to book cover. That's my folder. So here we go. PDF, save, and Acrobat. Usually do the most recent. 8 or 9 is the most recent, and then do export. Okay. So let's look now. There it is. Jerry, book cover, PDF. Okay. There it is. I think that's it for this. That all you have to do. Please email me and let me know if this has helped you and if it's better. I'm going to post this right away. Okay? I hope this helped. All right. So let's go back to the quick player and let us do quit. Save it as Jerry book cover. All right.